In this lesson, what you should know about the Chinese HuKou system. Where did it come from? And what does it do? And how does it affect Chinese people?
This is a huge problem in China. When I talk to migrant workers about a vast array of problems, I think this usually rises to number one.
A household registration record officially identifies a person as a resident of an area. It includes identifying information like their name, parents, spouse, date of birth. Opportunities for Chinese people vary widely based on where their HuKou is. This is especially evident between rural and urban residency status. Japan has a koseki. Vietnam has HuKou, similar systems that have their origin in China's system. But how did China get its HuKou system in the first place? In the Xia dynasty, family registers began as a census-style tool, but over the centuries developed into a system of categorization of families and clans for the purposes of taxing, conscripting forced labor, and social control. Fast forward to the founding of the PRC, social control was very much to Mao's liking. He'd seen the peasants rise up once, and now that he was on top, no need for them to go to the trouble again. In 1958, the Chinese government used the family register system to control the movement of people between urban and rural areas. Individuals were broadly categorized as rural or urban workers. During the mass famine of the Great Leap Forward, having an urban versus rural HuKou could mean the difference between life and death. During this period, nearly all of the roughly 600 million rural HuKou residents were living in communal village farms, where the food they grew after state taxes would be their only source of food. 300 million Chinese starved, and more than 95% of them had rural HuKous. Those lucky enough to have urban HuKou generally survived. Less dramatic, but still frustrating to most Chinese today, is the current differences that rural and urban HuKous cause. Access to decent schools is a major complaint. One way the PRC has been addressing this is by enforcing the HuKou laws less and less. This, coupled with a series of reforms, has led to the greatest migration from rural areas to cities in human history.